Hey, what's up? It's Matt in Japan. Welcome back to my channel. And today we're taking a look at from Transformers Legacy Evolution. This is Deluxe class Bombshell. Now he is the third and final figure in the trio, that is the Insecticons, released in this Legacy Evolution line. And yeah, before we take a look at his details, let's take a quick look at his accessories. He does come with 3 accessories. The first being his little blaster here, which is done in a gray plastic with some nice silver paint over the top, and there's some nice detail there. It is a very nice homage to the G1 gun, which I have right here. I do wish the gun was a little bit longer. It seems a little bit stubby to me, considering the old gun was a little bit longer, but pretty cool nonetheless. And obviously he can just hold that in his hand like so. Okay, and then he can hold that there. And then he does come with 2 other accessories, which are these little, I don't know what you want to call them. They're guns. They're both exactly the same. Originally they came packaged. If you look on the back of him, he does have some 5mm ports on the back, and they can plug in here for storage. This is how he was in the packaging. And again, I got this guy loose. I don't have the box or anything, but you can plug them in like that on the back for storage. I don't know if it's supposed to act as like extra, sort of like extra arms, extra bug legs. Now there is one thing you can do. You can plug them in on either side of the gun. If you see, there is a 5mm port there. So basically you can arm up his gun like that. I'm not really sure if I like this look or not, but that's something you can do. So you can kind of make a 3-prong gun there and have him hold that. Otherwise, I think these pieces are pretty useless. Originally, I did think they were, part of the bug mode, and I will show you that more in detail when we get to that mode. But anyways, that's something you can do. Otherwise, you can just store it on the back. Or I guess you can put it on the legs. There's 5mm ports on the legs as well. Okay, so let's get up close and personal with Bombshell here. Let's take a quick look at his details, especially the head sculpt here, which is done in a gray plastic, and it's very nice. You get some nice sculpted detail. You get that piercing red eyes there, and it is very Bombshell indeed. You do see the sort of insect bits here hanging off the side, but it is all done in a very nice silver with a little bit of yellow detail there. So that's how he looks from the side. There's his head sculpt. Going down the body, you have that nice dark purple there, a little bit of accent there. You get the nice Decepticon logo, and I love the translucent yellow plastic that they do on these guys. Nice silver paint on the abdomen there. And going down the figure there, you see some sculpted detail on the crotch piece and some on the legs and on the arms. You get a little bit of insect bits hanging off the sides here. And that is about it. A little bit of detail there. Fists done in gray plastic, legs done in gray plastic, everything else is done in a black plastic. Kind of gets a little bit lost in there, and I'm hoping to also get Toy Hacks labels for this guy as well. And you see a little bit of sticker detail on the side there, and that is how he looks from the back. He's pretty unsightly from the back, but who's gonna display their figures from the back? You do get a little bit of paint, blue and yellow there, and we'll see that more in bug mode. So anyways, doing some comparisons between his other Deluxe teammates here. We have on the left, we have Shrapnel, and on the right, we have Kickback. So that is how they look all together. And let's just put these back a little bit. And yeah, as far as a team, these guys look great together. So happy to finally have a team together here. And yeah, it's a quick comparison. Now, what I'm gonna do is compare him with Shrapnel, because basically Bombshell is a retool of Shrapnel. If you look closely, obviously the head is different, but they've remolded the chest. The upper arms are different, but the lower arms are exactly the same, just done in purple and black. And then everything from the waist down is the same. So basically the crotch piece, these upper thigh pieces, the whole bottom legs and feet are all the same. So it's basically a retool of Shrapnel, and I think a very clever one at that. So very, very cool. So taking away Shrapnel there, and then bring some other Bombshell figures, especially the G1 figure here. So there we have G1 Bombshell, and I think they did a pretty good job of paying homage to the G1 figure there. So there's G1 Bombshell. And this Bombshell is from, I want to say it's Robots in Disguise 2015. I'm not sure. But actually, just putting that guy away there. And actually the head sculpt on this figure more represents the Legacy head sculpt more than the G1. The G1 didn't have the red eyes and things, but I think the head sculpt, they did take some cues from this guy. So this is actually a really cool figure as well. But yeah, that's how some other Bombshell figures compare with him. There we go. So there's some Bombshells together. All right, and yeah, let's pause and get into Articulation. Okay, articulation for Deluxe Class Bombshell is as follows. So let's take a quick look at the head articulation. Now, basically this whole piece here for the insect mode is attached to the head. You can see it under there. There's no ball joint or anything. So basically when you move this piece, you move the head. So you only get some side to side movement, which is fine. You know, it's, not every figure can have like head articulation stuff. So anyways, it's basically because of the design. So I don't mind that so much. These pieces on his shoulders are static, they're molded in, and his shoulders can go all the way around like that. And he does have an upper bicep swivel like that. He has a little more than 90 degrees at the elbow. And then there's no wrist articulation except for transformation. There's a pin there. Actually, that's a soft tab there, so you can go in and out. But otherwise, there's no articulation there. He does have a full 360 on the waist, which is, again, really, really tight on my copy, so he gets a full 360 there. He can do the full splits like so. And no pun intended, he can kick back that far. He can kick forward that far, do the high kicks. He does have an upper thigh swivel there, and he has about a 90 degree at the knee. And then, of course, just like Shrapnel did, because it's the same piece, he does have the ankle rocker joint. And a little bit of toe pivot, if you want to call it that. That's basically because of transformation. So, anyways, let's get Deluxe Class Insecticon Bombshell transformed. Okay, before we get into transformation, just wanted to point out something I missed in the articulation portion. These little pieces that hang off the arms, off the shoulders here, they do soft tab into place. I originally thought they were just molded in, but they do kind of soft tab into place. And we actually will see that in bug mode. You do have to sort of manipulate those to get him to sit in bug mode. So those just, again, just untab like that and just kind of soft tab into place. So anyway, sorry about that, just missed that point. Anyways, getting down to transformation. So first thing you want to do is, I like to do is just kind of cover his head. There is a tab at the bottom there and we'll slot into that right there. So you just kind of plug that in and you can just straighten that out right there. And then going down to the fists, fold them in just like we saw with Shrapnel. Again, this transformation is very similar to Shrapnel. I'm just gonna move the arms out of the way and we're gonna work on the lower section here. What I like to do is just take the toes and we'll just straighten those out just to allow for some clearance. And again, like Shrapnel, open up these parts here, open up these parts here. And then you're gonna kind of shrink. Actually, let's turn the waist 180 before we shrink him down. And then basically these parts will fold in on themselves like that. Sort of a la Combiner Wars. And again, just fold those down into the shins there. And then you do see 2 tabs and 2 slots that will slot into place. Again, much like we saw with Shrapnel, and just kind of making sure that is in place like so. All right, so that is all in place. We got the back here, just kind of straighten out those little toes there, like that. All right, so we got the bottom half all done. Now, basically what you want to do on the arms here is you will turn these down. So, and they will kind of soft tab into place, and you do expose that sort of really nice yellow paint there. And again, on this side here. And then, as we saw with Shrapnel's arms kind of hung off the side here. Bombshell's a little bit more sleek in its design here. So basically you want the 5mm ports facing up like so. And then there is a tab right here, which will slot into, let's see if I can get up close. It's there, it's kind of hard to see, but there is a slot right under there. And basically you want to just fold those down until you kind of hear it click into place. Sometimes it's easier said than done. There we go. And it should just stay in place there. And again, this side will slot down. And you just want to find that tab until it clicks. It's still a little loose, so we know it's not in. And there we go, it's nice and tight. So anyway, there he is in his insect mode. And again, what I was talking about, you want to just kind of take these, you can leave them like that, but he kind of sits up at an angle. So if you take these parts and just sort of untab them, and then you saw those extra parts that we had with the gun, and these will just plug in like so on the bottom, and that will sort of form his hind legs there. So just plug those in like that. And then it's just a matter of sort of adjusting these parts here. And like so. So there is Bombshell in his insect mode. So very, very cool. Let's take a quick look at his details. Now a lot of this we did see in robot mode, but there is that sort of really nice yellow paint there on the side. Very nice contrast against the purple. You do see the nice silver horn there done in plastic, some nice molded detail there. Again, we saw that in robot mode. And there is some nice blue paint and yellow here, some nice molded detail. Again, much like we saw On the in Shrapnel's mode, again, he had that same treatment, just done in a different color. Again, we have some nice sticker detail on the side there with the red. And yeah, pretty much the rest that's about it. So bringing in Shrapnel for a comparison here, we have him on the left here. So you can see basically what I'm talking about. It's the same sort of treatment there. I do have Toy Hacks labels on this guy, so he looks a little bit different. Hopefully get Toy Hacks labels for this guy as well. But you can see how the whole bottom section is pretty much the same. Now, what I mentioned was Shrapnel's arms hang off the side, and I really do like the more streamlined look of Bombshell. I do like how the hands and the arms kind of tuck away underneath. I think it would have been a little bit nicer if they did that with Shrapnel, but otherwise, you know, his arms just kind of hang off the side. So anyways, there is a quick look. You can see the similarities there. So anyways, doing some comparisons in bug mode. Here we go with Bombshell and with Shrapnel, and let's get Kickback in the pic. Here we go with Kickback. So let's get them situated. There they are. And yeah, the Insecticons in Deluxe class size. Very, very cool. Just love how they look as a team. They look great together. Anyways, taking away these guys and bringing in some other Bombshell comparisons. Of course, we're going to do the G1 comparison here. So there he is with the G1 figure. And again, I think they did a bang up job. Again, just right down to the details of those stickers there with the blue and the yellow. A very, very cool homage to the G1 figure. And again, emulating that sort of yellow on the side there. My G1 figure is very loose. But anyways, there is Bombshell G1, and also this other figure G1, not G1, I think it's the RID 2015 Bombshell. Again, this is a very cool figure as well. So that is how they look together. So again, Bombshell family portrait, there you go. All right guys, let's pause and I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, so some final thoughts for Transformers Legacy Evolution Bombshell. This is a very cool figure, and it's just really nice to have the Deluxe class Insecticons all together, and they look great together. Very cohesive set, right down to details, color, paint, and design. I really like them as a set, and Bombshell is a great figure, just a standalone figure as well. And I think they did a great job, even though he's a slight retool of Shrapnel. I think it's different enough, and you know, the transformation's a little bit different, and he's just, you know, he's Bombshell. That's all I can say. I think they did a really good job on him, and again, a top-notch figure. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. This has been Matt in Japan. As always, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day.